All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rachah, Quadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us His truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the electors out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from Great Millstone, Charlotte, coming back with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rachah, Quadash. And pretty much in this lesson, we want to go into how these devils are pretty much, taking away your God-given rights, or what they call your human rights, and pretty much tokenizing everything to where you have to pay to pretty much live on this earth. All right. And I always think it was this lyric this nigga that used to be in the camp, he had made a rap about, and he pretty much had said, ain't it funny how God gave us life, but we got to make a living. And that's pretty much what these devils have done. All right. They have made it to where we have to pay to live on the earth. And what, this nigga Jeff Bezos had just said, all right, as you see on the screen, it says Jeff Bezos says water should be prioritized for data centers over human consumption. Human lives won't evolve humanity. It's like humans won't evolve humanity, AI will. And that's bullshit, because if you understand the damage that the AI data centers are doing to the earth, you understand that this is not natural. And also, AI is not this foolproof plan that Esau is trying to make it to be, because AI is really flawed. That's why the name of AI is artificial intelligence. It's not true intelligence, because it needs man to pretty much operate, man. You got anything you add to, bro?
I mean, like you said, Bezos, Harari, he was speaking on how, more or less, if you're not integrated with technology, then you're no longer what they deem as human.
Yeah, you're going to be left behind. I forgot the Moabite dude that had made the comment pretty much saying how, pretty much they don't want us eating meat anymore.
Yeah.
Then we have the carbon tax coming. It's everything to where you're going to have to pay for basic necessities, which, according to the scriptures, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua gave us to pretty much live off of. Matter of fact, let's start with that. Sirach 39.
Okay. It's the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing.
Right. These are all the necessities that man needs, all right, to live off the earth, man. And Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua created the earth to pretty much be self-sustaining, to where everything, all right, is given to us from the earth. So water is readily available, the different herbs, meat, whatever we need, salt, honey, down the line. All these things are readily made available from the earth, but these devils have taken it and weaponized it to where they're pretty much going to use this as a snare to put people in a bond, to make them have to submit to, their system, which is going to be predicated upon them taking a microchip in their right hand or in their forehead to be able to advance with this technocracy that they're about to bring, which is why you said earlier with Noah Yuval Harari, because that's the way that it's going. If you want to survive in Esau's creation, because that's what he's making, and this is his world. So his next, evolution for this world is to integrate everything with machine. All right, that is the fourth industrial revolution, the merging of man with machine, man. All right.
Sirach 39:27. All these things are for the good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Right. So these things are made good to the godly, because we understand that according to the scriptures, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is going to make sure that the elect are going to have the things that we need to be able to survive in these coming times, when the free access that we have now is going to be cut off. But it said to the ungodly, it said what? It
says, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
So to the sinners it's turned into evil, because now that's going to become a curse unto them. All right. The restriction of getting the necessities for food, water, shelter, and so on. So, hey, people out here got families. All right, they got families they got to take care of, and they got their own lives that they're trying to survive. So what do you think is going to make the people pretty much do in that time when Esau completely cuts off access to the grocery stores? Because what we're seeing is they're cutting off access to life as we know it. Because here it is, the earth is made up of pretty much, I think it was 70% water.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have to pay for water? Why do we have to, go to the store for the things that the earth readily gives access to?
Right.
So much so to where now Esau is cutting off fishing, hunting, farming. So what does that mean? That you will no longer have access to the earth's resources without him having an input for it, man. You know? And that's how we know this man is the devil, man.
Right.
You got some?
What you want me to get to next?
Let's go back to the top and get we'll open up with that Sirach. Because this shows you that this devil, he is not, fit to rule. Matter of fact, Salakia, Lamentations, then we'll go back.
Gotcha. So Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is to come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Yeah, because this is a prayer that we are making to the Lord, all right, as we see this devil about to come down with great wrath. Go ahead.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens.
And it's going into the heathen that have, gotten over us, man. Mainly the Edomites, but all the heathen have the ability to be over us. Because we got to go to the heathen, all right? We got to go to the Chinese, for, different, herbs, all right? Eve go for the hair products. You got to go to Ishmael and Elam, if you want gas and shit like that. All the nations pretty much have the ability to lord over us, but mainly the Edomites, man, because they're the ones that's truly in the power seat to give orders, to be able to dictate who gets what, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
Our orphans are fatherless. Our mothers are as widows.
And why is that? Because this system was created to pretty much keep Jake oppressed. So here it is, like I said earlier, Jake, all right, is in the slums, all right, in the ghetto, in the barrios, the reservations, struggling, all right, barely make it, trying to figure out how they're going to get the bare necessities. So this is why you see Jake, selling drugs and robbing and stealing and killing and doing all these different things, because Esau created that to be like that so that he can destroy the Israelite household, man. The man's in the prison system. Hey, the women are living off welfare, all right, thinking they don't need the men no more. So the parents being in that destroyed mindset, what do you think that's happening to the children, man? Yep. They're fodder for the system as well. Go ahead.
We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us.
Right, we have drunken our water for money. So like we said, the earth is majority water. Why the fuck are we paying for water, man? Here it is, Jake is going to the store, and now we got systems to where you're telling, hey man, you gotta look at the bottle. I seen this earlier. Look at the bottle caps. All right, you got the blue bottle caps, the red bottle caps, right, the black and white. So they're saying the blue is the best one, which is the spring water. But then you got red, that's the man-made, man-added minerals, the electrolytes. You got the blue one, not the blue one, the white one, which is the bullshit. All right, the tap water and all this. But it's this whole system around getting the best water. But then you find out it's all the same shit. Mm-hmm. We're drinking all the same destroyed water. All right, that's being passed through this nasty ass sewer system that Esau has not fixed. All right, so you're drinking PFAs. He blocked off access to river and spring waters. So, hey, remember a couple years ago we had the fucking train derailments, man, which was spreading chemicals in the water supply, man. So you can't even drink, all right, natural water. You can't collect rainwater because it's poison, man. Hey, man, we're in hell, man. It said our wood is sold to us, man. All right, hey, the trees was made for us to be able to, use for our benefit, and we gotta buy wood, amongst other things. Go ahead.
Right. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
Hell. Jake is in hell, man. Go ahead.
We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Right.
And Esau is the modern day Egyptian and Assyrian, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Because both captivities we had to be subjected under these different nations, and they provided for us the things that we needed. But now Esau is in the place of both of these damn heathens, man.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Our fathers have sinned. It's like our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
Right. We have born iniquity because we were born into sin. We were born into this system to where we were taught to sin against the Most High, which is why, you know, we find ourselves in these predicaments. And as we're, you know, climbing our way back unto the Lord, all right, the Lord is now, you know, pretty much bridging that gap of separation that we had to where now we're becoming acquainted with him to understand that Esau is not the one who really controls what we get. All right, it's the Most High, man. All right, and when you come to that mindset, that gives you a sense of comfort. All right, because what this devil's about to do is make it to seem like if you can't get it from him, then there's no other way you can get it. Well, that's not what we know.
Right.
All right, all, you know, necessities come from the Lord, man.
And that's leading back to the mark of the beast, man.
That's it.
You know, them looking at that as a means of salvation, right? A means to have access back to these resources, man.
Right, because when you see what this man is doing, man, it makes sense to why Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to remove this man off the power seat, man. He's an unfit judge, man. He's an unfit ruler. We go to Sirach.
Okay. So Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
That's right.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And
Esau's spirit has polluted the whole earth to where the people literally operate and think like him. Mm-hmm. That, you know, I'm gonna get mine. Fuck how you know what you got. That stealing other people's resources, man. The earth is big enough to where everybody has the ability to get their own resources. But Esau, in his mindset, is I want yours. I have mine, but I want yours. Well, that mindset is what's going to cause anarchy to break, you know, society down when people see that they don't have the ability to just get what they want, you know, as far as going to the store and doing all these different things, you know. They're not gonna be able to compartmentalize exactly what it is that the Most High is doing.
Right.
So all they're going to be able to comprehend is, I got to get what this man got. I know he has food stored up. I know he has water. Well, I got to feed my family, so I'm gonna go take his shit, man.
Right.
You know, that's the devil, and that's the devil's mentality, and that's why these people are corrupted. That's why the majority of the of our people here got to be destroyed, man, because they have the spirit of Esau on them, man.
Exactly. That all for one.
Right.
You know. Continuing on, Sirach 10 and verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Through the prudence of, you know, that's ultimately what we see today. Okay, hey, this devil is unfit to rule.
Exactly.
Look how he's managing the earth. He's literally hoarding all the earth's resources unto himself and leaving the people with nothing. Buying up gates of hell, buying up all the farmland. Hey, they're buying up all the water. Okay, they're buying. They destroyed the different, you know, food processing plants to where we're about to literally enter into a famine.
Exactly.
A man-made famine at that, man. All right, and they're predicting this is going to be the worst thing that's ever happened in human history. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So jumping down to verse 16, it reads, "Woe to thee, O land, when thy king..."
Oh, that's Ecclesiastes.
Oh, it's Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. "Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning."
Right, and that's Esau. He's a child, man. All right, he has he lacks the ability to see long term of the consequences of his actions, and that's why these devils, all right, they're literally destroying the very planet that they have to inhabit. Because don't be fooled by the hype of what you see guys like Elon Musk and them talking about how they're promising they're going to send this many people to Mars and all that. No, that's all a lie. Because this devil has never left the Earth's atmosphere, man. All right? Because if they did, they would have been left. Right. You know? So he's destroying the very land that we see, you know, that he's trying to rule, all right, by destroying the Earth. So here it is. We're operating on the last little bit of topsoil All right, before the earth pretty much is not going to be able to replant everything, man. All right, you're seeing all these animal species so-called go extinct, which we know through the spirit, the Lord is going to bring things back to normal. But like the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, if the Lord had not shortened the days, there would be no flesh to be saved, man. And that's why we understand why it's imperative that you understand who your enemy is, man, because it goes beyond just the skin color. All right, this devil, he fucked us over, slavery. It goes deeper than that. All right, he's literally committing crimes against humanity, crimes against the earth, man. Exactly. Esau is the only nation that has been in the rulership seat that has fought against nature, man.
And like you say, he's the only nation who is a threat to existence, man.
Right. But then he'll push this whole thing with technology, like that's the saving grace for humanity. But when you look at history, literally as technology has gotten so-called better, the earth has gotten worse. Yeah. Look at the evolution of the radio frequencies, man. All right, from the first 1G to where we're coming to 6G. It's literally destroying the planet to where animals are literally dropping out the sky, floating dead off from the ocean. People are getting sick. That's why I believe it's every 6 years that they drop the new level of frequency. That's when it's been an epidemic, and it's been mass people dying from these different demics, man. That's not a righteous ruler. That's not a wise ruler, man. That's an idiot, man.
So Ecclesiastes 5:9, moreover, the profit of the earth is for all.
Yep.
The king himself is served by the field.
Now, the earth is big enough to where there's no such thing as overpopulation. That whole talking point of that goes back to what is called the Malthusian theory. The Malthusian theory, I believe is what it's called. Yep. But that goes back to the Club of Rome, man. All right, so with these Edomites have had a depopulation agenda, because we know, according to the Georgia Guidestones, they want to keep the Earth's population under, was it 500 billion or a million?
500 million.
500 million. All right. So 500 million is a number that he feels like is containable to where people will pretty much, they will be, under his control, which is what these whole, these radio towers are for, because they've put, the system in place to where the people have the nanotech in them. The radio towers are becoming activated, and these people are going to be literally like Noah Yuval Harari said, hackable animals, to where they're going to literally have control over your very spirit, man. Yeah. But when you look at the things that it's doing to the earth, man, it's destroying the earth. There's no reason why you should have countries that are pretty much starving, man. All right, because there's enough resources in the earth for everybody to be able to have their own food, have their own water sources, man. All right, to be able to sustain themselves off the earth, man. But this devil is the reason why you see so many problems in the earth, man. Because these damn elites have the money to solve all the world's problems if they wanted to, but we know they're not, because they're the wicked, man.
Right. Okay. So Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? Mm-hmm. The grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right. Here it is. 1% of the earth owns everything in the earth, man. The rest of the 99%, which is the average person out here, they have to fight for crumbs when these devils literally have everything. And these bunkers, they have all the seeds, because they plan to restart humanity once these nukes go off. All right. Like I said, they own all the water sources. That's why you're seeing, some of the different turmoils, like using, the conflict with Iran. One of the reasons why is because dealing with the Strait of Hormuz, I believe, is near aquifer, all right, which is an underground water source. And those are all over the earth, man. And Esau is trying to hoard all those to himself too. So what is he talking about? It's a water shortage, man. It's a food shortage. No, you're hoarding everything, man. All right, lands, everything is his. When the Lord gave every nation their own land, all right, gave us the field to be able to yield from, man. Food, water, resources, all these things come from the earth. They're readily made available, but this devil is hoarding everything to himself and leaving the people with nothing, man. All for the means of control, man. So here it is. These same devils are telling you that water, food, all these things, air isn't a human right anymore because they want to be God, man.
Exactly. This is Sirach. Oh, we already got that. First Maccabees 1 and verse 7.
Right.
It reads, So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Now, we brought this out because we want to start looking at when the earth began to go downhill. And it began to go downhill when the Edomites came into power. That's why you don't really hear them speak about this as much as they used to, but they always used to boast about how civilization started with the Greeks.
Right.
Well, Alexander the Great, was a Greek. Well, really, he was a Macedonian. He really went back to the Edomites, but under his rulership, his 4 generals, Cassander, Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus, they went and spread themselves over the known world at that time, and it said, and evils increased in the earth, man. And from the Greeks to the Romans to all the different things that Esau has called himself, the what's some names, the Khazarians, the Crusades, the Spanish, the English, the British, all these different names that Esau has took upon himself to hide his identity, man. Look at the evils that he's put throughout the earth, man. Till we're in today where Babylon the Great is suffering, or it's like it's causing the earth to suffer more than we've ever seen, man. Because through the influence that we see here in Babylon, man, shit is fucked up, man. All right? And it's going to continue to stay like this until Yahweh Shem Yahushua takes this man off the throne.
Continuing on. 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Right, and that's why the earth is wicked through age, because the wicked is ruling. And we understand that according to the curse that, fell upon Cain, the earth was going to withhold her fruit from him. And so Esau, being that descendant of Cain, pretty much he is fighting against the earth, man.
Exactly.
All right?
Exactly. He's contrary to life, man. His only existence is to bring chaos into the earth, man.
That's right.
Right? And that spirit of disobedience, like you said with Cain.
Because this man, as well as none of you heathen nations, are given the true knowledge, wisdom, understanding on how to govern the earth. That was only given to the Israelites, man. And that's why in Romans, the 8th chapter, it talks about how the earth is pretty much, crying out, for the true sons of God to return, man. And the Lord is doing that, starting with his elect. That's why, Isaiah, the 1st chapter has said the saviors are going to, come back.
The judges as before.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. All right. Started in the spirit, but soon it's going to be physical, man.
That's right. So Mark 13 and verse 20. And except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days.
Right. And that's why we're hastening Yahweh Shem Yahushua's return, man, because we see what this man is doing, bro. And, man, these data centers are destroying the planet, man. They're poisoning the water, and we see what it's doing to America. And then it came out, man. You got countries like China that are putting these damn data centers in the ocean, man.
Yeah.
So, man, hey, we're about to see great evils increase even more than what we're already seeing, man. To where you ain't gonna have a choice but to trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua to be able to survive these times, man.
Right. And they got data centers in people's backyards, man. Got diesel generators blowing what's it called, toxins into the air right in front of people, man. Right, in lands where they agreed not to put data centers, they're selling off, to build more datas, man.
And this man is such a devil with that if you're speaking out against these things, they're putting legislation on the book to pretty much persecute you for that, man. So pretty soon it's going to be illegal to speak out against this shit, man.
Right, exactly. This is Isaiah 65:13.
Go to the one where it says he make an offender for the word.
Isaiah 29:21. That making the man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
So what's that showing you? That, hey man, pretty soon it's going to be illegal to be an advocate for your God-given rights, man.
Exactly.
All right, for you to speak, against the atrocities that this devil is doing, man. Hey, be prepared to be, jailed or even be put to death, man. All right, because what we're doing as advocating for, a regime change in the heavens, all right. Hey man, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is about to let this devil come down with great wrath upon those that fear him. Right. But it's going to ultimately be a test to show who really has faith in the Lord, man. Because a lot of these people that claim they believe, man, when they ain't got no food and water in their goddamn house, man, they gonna turn their back on the Lord, man.
Exactly. Real quick, this Isaiah 59:15 in the NLT. Yes, truth is gone, and anyone who renounces evil is attacked. And the Lord looked and was displeased to find that there was no justice.
Heavy.
So that we're going to be under attack, right? And anybody, like you say, anybody who speaks against this technocratic system is going to be under attack, man. You're going to be seen as a terrorist, man. You're going to be seen as, someone who's in the way of progress, right?
Yeah, because look at all the great things that these data centers are doing. But like I said, the average person doesn't know the detriment that's being done behind the data centers, though, man.
Exactly.
All the millions of gallons of water that's being wasted, and that's no longer usable just because nigga wanted to goddamn do some damn AI slop, man. Right. Put Martin Luther King with a grill on or some bullshit, right. Man.
Got Michael Jackson dunking on Kobe Bryant.
Facts. Not to say we don't use the AI too, but at the end of the day, it's this, man. This shit is not beneficial for the earth, man, because we have technology, all right, that works with the earth, and we're gonna get that back when we get in the kingdom of heaven. But right now, man, hey, this is just the Lord, fulfilling, Esau's role on the left hand side while he's still in power, because he has things that he needs him to do, man.
Okay, it's Matthew 10:22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
And that's what we got the hope in, man. All right, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai gives us the ability to endure all the bullshit that's coming on the earth. All right, and he's gonna put the spirit on his elect to do that. All right, so no matter what we're faced with, the Lord is gonna take care of us. Let me get to Isaiah 65 and close with that.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Yep.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Yep.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yep. And that's the point, man. We ain't got nothing to worry about, man. All right, because we got the stories, man. We got our history. All right. Ain't no food available, man. The Most High can make water, and food come out of thin air if he wanted to. We have the stories of the manna, the rock of Horeb. Yep. All right, how the animals, all right, they can bring us food and water, man. The Lord can do everything. That's why Luke 1:37 said nothing's impossible with the Lord. So we got the absolute faith the Lord's going to take care of us, man. And it's all going to be predicated upon you, enduring to the end, man. That's all right, don't give up the faith, man.
That's it.
All right, so Lord willing, that lesson was edifying. So with that, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, HaKol HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and the elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth and rule well. And shalom to the elect.
Shalom.